Okay, so hey everybody. In all the videos I've shown off in my rig before, I've been using this Antec 902 case and the cooler, the Noctua NF-F12 cooler with the little mod that I've used on it before. Let me just pull the side off here, you can have a look. The inside of the case. I've had this now for about two and a half years, I think, between the Sandy Bridge and the Ivy Bridge ships I've been using. And I think it's just time to have a change, really. So I thought it's time to move on from this Antec 902 and get something more up to date, and maybe see if we can maybe keep it a little bit quieter as well. So what I've decided to do is move to the Fractal Design Define R4. So I've got one of the Define R3s and I really like it on a different build that I've got. So I've decided to check out the Define R4, which is in this box, but also as move over to water cooling. So the Corsair H100i, which is their newest high-end, so to speak, Hydro Series CPU water cooler. So one of the reasons why I went with the Fractal is it has got a nice area on the top to house a 140 or 120mm dual fan setup. So the Corsair should fit in there quite nicely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these apart. I'm going to rebuild them, and I will switch over to a different video showing you what they look like, and then maybe I'll try it out and let you guys know what I think. So stay tuned. Okay, so hey everyone, it's been a few weeks now since I did the original video, before I actually switched everything over into the new case and using the H100i CPU cooler. So here's the case itself. I've added another 140mm Fractal Design fan on the side, which you can see there. There's another one on the back, and there are two on the front, which you won't see, but they're actually in through here. The case itself, I really like this case, which will show, as you can see, this probably you can't really see that, but there's no optical drives in this, purely based on all my digital downloads that I've got, which you can see on the top. We can see here, you can see the radiator for the H100i fits in there. It kind of fits in at that point with a gap along the top of the screen. You can see there for where the board kind of blocks it from going all the way down. It does work, obviously, there's no problem, but just bear that in mind if you're looking to make an even bigger radiator to put inside the Fractal Design R4. Your motherboard will probably get in the way, and you might be looking at having to get the Fractal Design XL, or is it R4 XL, the bigger one. So let's take the side off, and we can see inside. So first things first, gone is the monster cooler that was in there before. And if I try and tip this maybe to the side, you can get a better look. So there's the actual 140mm Fractal Design fan on the back. Put this out of the way. And there's the Corsair CPU cooler, small little job, which is very nice. I really like it. And the flexible hoses, which are quite good, coming out over to the actual radiator, and the fans you can just make out there. Now I have a problem with these fans, which I'll show you in a second, but you can just about make out, maybe probably not the best light, how they kind of just fit inside the motherboard without actually tipping anything inside this case. So I'm reasonably happy with that. It works fine. So the other thing I really like about this case is I can take out a whole bay here, so that the fans have got straight airflow going straight through over the graphics cards and over any hard disks, anything, SSDs you've got in Okay, there. So here we have the H100i actually fitted inside the case. You can see the little cooler block is there over the CPU, and the radiator with the two Hydro Series 120mm Corsair SP120L fans. Now I fitted these fans. These are the ones that come stock with the H100, and I wasn't very happy. I thought they're quite loud and obtrusive when you actually have the PC running in your room. The sound is like a mechanical whirring sound. I wasn't very impressed with them, and I thought one of them was actually faulty. And I contacted Corsair, and they sent me two more, but they do exactly the same problem. But what I'm going to do here, first of all, is I'll start the PC up with these fans in, and then I'll put the microphone as close to the fans in normal operation as possible. You'll hear them start up really loud at first, and then they'll go down back into normal mode afterwards. and you can kind of get a gist to the actual sound of what I'm talking about. Hopefully you'll hear this one will be able to pick up the mechanical sound that I'm kind of talking about, which is quite annoying. So yeah, there you go. That's the kind of sound that I'm talking about, and this is at reasonably low revs as well on the fan. So as soon as you kind of up the fan speed, the noise gets a little bit more louder as well, and a little bit more obtrusive. I have to say, not really a fan. Excuse the pun. But what I'll do is I'll take these fans out, and I'll throw in the next set of fans that I've been trying, and we'll see what they're like. So if you bear with me for 1 second. Having read some reviews online, a lot of people seem to recommend these Cougar Vortex CV12HP fans. They're pulse width modulated. They've got 800 to 1500 RPM. In comparison to the Corsairs go up to about 2500 RPM. But believe me, if you're running two of them at 2500 RPM, you want your PC in another street, never mind in the same house. So these go up to 1500 RPM. They've got, again, quite a lot of airflow out. Where's their statistics? These are the statistics according to the box. So airflow is 70.5 CFM. Let's see if I can get that a little bit clearer. Okay. Acoustic noise is not bad. So yeah, I had a lot of high hopes for these actually when I got them, and when I plugged them in, they look like this. Quite a nice looking design. Quite aggressive looking with their colour schemes and everything, which are quite nice. But I have been left tremendously disappointed by these fans. The main reason is, during the testing, if I have the fan speed up at around 1400 RPM or above, the noise is loud, but the fan works quite efficiently, and the airflow sound is quite consistent. As soon as I drop it below the kind of 1400 RPM mark, there's a really grindy, whiny noise which comes from the fans, and I've heard other people, it's like a screeching noise, which I've heard other people online complain about once I actually looked into it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the PC again and see if I can demonstrate this noise from these fans, like I did with the noise from the Corsairs. So as you can imagine, that noise is tremendously irritating when your PC is in your room, beside your desk or whatever, your media center or whatever you're trying to play your games on your TV. So that was a big no-no. Like I say, tremendously disappointed in these fans after playing with them for a little bit of time. So I opted to get rid of them as well, and I'm going to put in the next set of fans, and we're going to try and see what they're like. So bear with me again. And so we come to my final selection of fans, and probably the ones I should have gone for at the very beginning, because anybody who's watched any of my other previous builds and videos, I've always used Noctua fans when I could, and I've always been very, very happy with them. So these have turned out to be no exception as well. These are the Noctua NF-F12 F12s. Again, they're 120mm. They're PWM, pulse width modulated fan as well. You get some information on the box to say what exactly you're getting with this particular fan. If I can try and zoom in on that. Camera's having a bit of a moment. Okay, and on the back we can see some information, more technical information regarding what it does. In regards to the Cougars, they shove out a little bit more airflow. They're a little bit louder because of it. But again, I think it's 1500 RPM on this fan as well. Yeah, there you go, max rotation 1500. With the low noise adapter you get 1200, but I'm not using that because the Corsair Link software, I can control all the fan speeds from within there, from within Windows. And this is what the fans actually look like installed. Again, with Noctua, they have a kind of a strange beige and brown color scheme. So if you're hypersensitive to that kind of colors in your case, then maybe that's not going to be what you want. But for me, all I want is performance. The case is all, I don't really want any LEDs or anything else flying or lighting up the case, and it's all blocked away from each side, so you won't actually see these fans. I just want them to do a job and do it well. And so yeah, they're fitted now into the H100. So I'm going to turn on the PC, and we're going to, again, I'll rotate the camera around, and hopefully what you'll try and hear is what I would expect from a fan. You have more consistent fan noise and airflow noise, none of the screeching or grinding, no bearing noises, no anything like that. So it's just a constant airflow noise, which is pretty much what I'm after, and what you can then control from the Link software that comes with the Corsair H100i. So I'm going to turn it on now. And there you go. So far from my testing, these have been really decent fans. Kept the temperatures down during my gameplay on my overclock, which is at 4.7 GHz and the 3770K. And the fan noise is consistent. It doesn't irritate your ears while the PC is on in the room. So I have to say, I should have gone with these fans first. Hopefully this video might help other people with an idea of what they're trying to find if they're looking to replace the fans on their H100i. And for me, I can't recommend these enough so far. So there you go. If you like this video, please rate and subscribe, and thank you for watching.